right, welcome. Are we online? Are we live?
Yes.
All right, good to go. Today is Tuesday, October 4th, 2022. We're going to officially call this meeting to order and start by introducing who's here. Let's start with Terry.
Julie Jackson.
Connie Burgess.
Nicole McDermott.
Chris Wynn.
Jared Gardner.
Rich Nye.
And Karen Winder. Thanks to everybody who's coming out here tonight for our meeting and also our online listeners. We'll start with introductions of those attending GEA. I see Michelle. Do you have anyone here with you? Awesome. Welcome. GESPA. Have any GESPA? Nope. Our educational support professionals. We love them. GAEOP. We have several. Remind us your name. Start with Gaina.
Gaina Breeze, President-elect. Julianne Kaplan, President. Trina Burdette, Secretary. And Stephanie Meyer, East Elementary School.
Excellent. Welcome. Welcome here. PTA. Hello. Tell us your name.
Tracy Tyler.
Awesome. What network are you from? Kearns. Welcome. Welcome. Thanks for being here tonight. Foundation, Grant Education Foundation. Do we have any reps from there? No. Okay. Middle managers. Also no. Okay. Did I miss anybody? No. Okay. Good. All right. We're going to go and continue on with our Pledge of Allegiance led by Don Adams.
Will the audience please rise? Thank you. Please repeat the pledge after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Be seated.
All right. We're going to turn the time over to Ben Horsley to introduce our reverence this evening.
And I am briefly going to turn the time over to our principal from Kennedy Junior High, Ms. Basso, to introduce her students. And in the meantime, we're going to have them come up here to perform. So you guys would like to come off the stand so that they can do so. That would be great.
Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Mary Basso. I'm the principal of Kennedy Junior High, and we have our administrative team.
Hi, I'm Steve Alder. I'm assistant principal.
And I'm Nate Brannon, also assistant principal.
We'd like to talk a little bit about our mariachi band while they're setting up. We were fortunate enough to steal Garrett Spalka, our music director, from Reno, Nevada, where he had a national Nevada State Championship for marching bands and fundraised over $50,000 for his program there in Reno in 2017. We were fortunate to get him in 2021.
And since he's been here, he's done amazing things growing our own program. He's raised over $80,000 for the Kennedy Junior High music program, not just his program, but choir, orchestra, band, everything. So, yeah.
It takes three of us to introduce him. He also won a state championship at American Fork High School for marching band and was also the American Southwest Regional champ there. He's opened, he started the Tri-M National Honor Society chapter for our students, and he has created the first junior high mariachi band in the state of Utah.
And now you get to enjoy their music.
Just
for my amusement, can you raise your hand if you're an Honor Society member? Good job. One, two, three, uno, dos, tres. Bienvenidos somos mariachos triunfadores. Señor. Thank you for protecting programs like this as well. Thank you.
Such a treat. Thank you, guys.
Can the parents of those students, are you a parent?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. I love that. That was awesome. Well done. Any more parents? Wave. Thank you for being here. Thanks for supporting your kids. Yes. I love the enthusiasm. All right, I don't see any Granite elected officials in the audience, so we're going to move on to patron participation. We have 3 signed up for today. Before we begin, just a few reminders. Comments on certain subjects are not allowed. Bidding and contract matters, employment personnel issues, criticisms or complaints about individual district employees, and complaints where other appeals or procedures are available. And we just hope to keep things good decorum and civil behavior throughout our meeting. Let's see. 3 today, we're going to start. Number 1 is Monica Wilbur. 2, Haley Foster. And 3, Kathy Maleni. And I know I saw Monica. Kathy, where's Haley? Oh, there you are. Okay. Awesome. So if you'll state your name and address and take about 5 minutes and address your concerns.
I'll give you my name. It's Monica Wilbur. A Utah State Board member likes to say that people go where they are led. There's a lot of truth in this statement, so tonight I'd like the board to consider where and how the children attending Cypress High School are being led. Cypress High is the school my children have and are going to at this moment. For the past 9 years, the school has been under the same administrative leadership, if that's the word I have to use. Under this same leadership, Cypress has seen its academic proficiency plummet. In 2017 and 18, language arts proficiency was at 22%, mathematics 23%, science 21%. Language arts proficiency in 2018 and 19 went up to 32%. Mathematics plunged to 20%. Science seriously plunged to 14%. In 2020-2021, language arts went down 1% to 31%, mathematics down 8% to 12%, and science went up 2% to 16%. In 2021-2022, language arts dropped 10% to 21%, mathematics remained at a dismal 12%, and science went up a point at 17%. Cypress High's enrollment sits at approximately 2,600 students, and during the past 5 years, its graduation rate has hovered between 79 and 83%, with the last available data showing it graduated about 80% of its students. So to break this down, this means that approximately fewer than a fourth of Cypress High graduates can demonstrate language arts skills on grade level. Fewer than a fifth can demonstrate math and science skills on grade level. During this time, the administrative leadership at the helm of Cypress High has remained unchanged. In fact, Cypress High has had the same leadership at the top going on for over 9 years now. I've heard from teachers who have told me that the school is bleeding good teachers and personnel, that the turnover during Cypress's current administration has reached into the high double digits. I've spoken to parents who characterize school leadership as openly arrogant and indifferent to the legitimate concerns about a hostile school climate as created by the administration. And I've spoken to a parent whose son was slapped in the head by a teacher in full view of his class and yet did not report the incident, fearing the response she'd receive from the school. I've also raised my own concerns with the school, with district personnel, and with the superintendent, and yet defying all logic and reason, the same administrative leadership is back again for the 2022-2023 school year. The upshot of this is that Cypress, which is close to a minority-majority population, is churning out graduates, kids who are graduates on paper, but who are functionally illiterate and being treated horribly in these school environments. Member Nguyen, this school is in your precinct. I'm putting this out there because I believe the public needs to know this information. This is it's very disturbing to know that for a district that claims to be so concerned about equity, we are sticking kids with an administration that is not responsive at all to the needs of these kids in this school at this time. And now that you know, you're accountable for what you know, and I'd hope you do something good with this information. We need to see change at Cypress High School. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. All right, Haley.
Hello, my name is Haley Foster, and I live in the West Valley City area. I have kids enrolled in elementary, junior high, and high school, all within the Granite School District. My husband and I have a son who was sexually molested and assaulted as a kid by 2 different perpetrators. The perpetrators both admitted that they had ongoing pornography activities. Our son was exposed at a young age to things that kids should never be exposed to. Because of this, he now struggles with an addiction to pornography. As parents, we are trying to help our child with this addiction. We do everything in our own home to help protect him. We have locked down our phones, television, video games, iPads, etc. The pull is always there. But we help him as much as we can to avoid this. So we wonder how you would feel if we gathered your 14-year-old sons, daughters, granddaughters, grandsons at our house and read to them a little story. The story, for the most part, is a good story and has a lot of good things in it. But there's going to be a page or 2 in this book that we're going to read to them, which is going to talk about masturbation and glorifying masturbation, and about viewing pornographic magazines which exploit and abject women. But it's going to be okay because our Granite School District it is approved curriculum by our Granite School District and is being read throughout all of our English departments. Would you be upset? Would you be angry? Would you be horrified? Because that was us. Our school libraries are polluted with numerous books containing highly sexual explicit material. These books are against the law. Last January, our legislator passed a law that made a good portion of these books illegal to even be on school grounds. If there was a case of beer in the Commons area, would we leave it there and say we need to get a committee together to remove it? I know that sounds silly. If there was a Playboy magazine left in the library on the counter, would we remove it immediately? I would hope the answer to those questions would be yes. So why then do we need to have a committee for these books that have been identified and brought out to be outright literary pornography by just looking at a few of the excerpts? We understand that Granite District needs to have a policy moving forward, but we need to start with a massive cleaning house first. I am here tonight because I'm begging all of us to stop pointing the finger at whose job it is to get this material out of our schools. We need to stop putting the responsibility on someone else. Many of you may not be aware of the severity of this problem. It may be because you need to go and educate yourself, and I would be happy to speak to any of you about this subject. Each of you have signed the Educators Code of Conduct, and it is in violation by allowing these illegal materials on our grounds. The law is clear about what makes these books illegal. Granite's new policy is not compliant with this new law, and it allows for exceptions to following the law. I take responsibility for being naive and thinking my children could come to school and not be subjected to visual and literary pornography as part of their classroom curriculum. I take responsibility for not looking into the types of books that were being read in each of their classes. Each of you now have a knowledge of this problem in our schools. As teachers, as administrators, and as parents, we all have the power to stand up and say no. There are 82 books currently in the district that have an NC-17 or R rating. These are books that go into graphic detail about oral sex and other explicit sexual activities. As I understand it, I am one of 2 people who have asked for books to be removed since the law has gone into place. As I also understand, these deselection requests can be made by anyone, including employees of this district. My plea is to you. Will you please join me? Me and my husband and all the other concerned parents in this endeavor to protect our children. Will you take a stand with me to help get these materials out of our school? Please take responsibility for your schools and know what books are in your schools. My husband and I are only 2 people and we cannot do it alone.
Thank you, Haley. And you sent me an email. I just want to say I haven't had time to reply because it was right before board meeting, but you'll be hearing from me. All right, Kathy.
Hi, my name is Kathy Maleni, and I live here in West Valley. I have 2 children that attend Hunter High School, and 2 other children who are also school age but not attending a Granite school. I just want to say thank you to Monica and Haley and their efforts in being here tonight and sharing their messages, because I feel like as parents and community members, it's really comforting to see other people come out and share what's important to them. And I've watched other board meetings and haven't quite seen the participation that I think a school district of this size should have. I also want to thank you all for what you do. I know many of you are elected and you're here on your own time and on your own dime. And even for those of you who are here because you're paid to be here, I've spoken with you and I've had great experiences, good experiences. I'm fairly new to this. I currently am chapter lead for the Granite Parents United group. I'm trying the best I can to help get families, parents involved in the lives of our children, because I feel like the balance between community and school board is very important. And when too much policy and rules come down the pipeline to our children, it's oftentimes is too dramatic, but it can at times come down as kind of uncaring on part of the administration. As a sexual abuse nurse for many years, I can testify to the fact of the dangers that come down to families and children when they are exposed to pornography. I'm not saying that every child who comes across a book that happens to be on the shelf at a Granite School library will be sexually abused or will be a perpetrator of abuse. But what I am saying is that our children are exposed in so many different directions, social media, on their telephones, and they're exposed to soft porn daily. And so why would we need to expose them to anything similar to that, even in literary form? A question for you all. So when the time comes for you to form the committee and form these policies that will come down to protect our children from these books, I would ask you to please know that your decision-making, it matters to us. We're putting a lot of trust in you as elected officials, and we really hope that how you come about those committees and the people, hopefully you'll have parents on that committee, maybe parents even like me who have kind of some experience with how it affects our children. And I've heard hundreds, I'm sorry to say, I wanted to be put out of work and not have to earn my income based on children who've been abused. It took a toll on me personally, and I eventually left the field, but my heart has not left. And so I just want to express to you how important this particular subject is to me personally. And I trust that the balance of the community and the board and district officials can come to a solid, I would even